Good morning, students. We are going to start new chapter of NCERT, that is how do organisms reproduce. In this chapter, we are going to study one of the most interesting phenomena which governs whole of the organisms or diversity on Mother Earth, that is reproduction. In the animation itself, you can see how organisms are actually derived from their parents. Okay, so this is one of the important factor when we talk about the organism's life history. So first of all, we need to understand what is reproduction actually is. Reproduction is a process by which living organisms are able to produce young ones of their own kind. You can see that human is going to produce a miniature of its own. Okay, giraffe is going to have the baby like him only. Okay, so no one is going to produce the baby of another kind. This is very important. Whatever the organism concerned, the baby will be the miniature one of the organism concerned. Now comes to the reproduction. Reproduction is an energy spending process which is not at all essential to maintain the life of an organism, but it's essential for existence and continuity of the species. The continuity of the species is going to be achieved by the process of reproduction, otherwise the species will be extinct one. Now reproduction involves one of the important tasks, that is making copy of the DNA. As you know, DNA carries all of the information regarding the organism. So it is very important when the organism is going to divide and take the decision that the new baby need to be formed. First of all, that is genetic material need to be copied first. The DNA molecule in the cell nucleus is the information source for making proteins, and any change in the information, that's the production of different proteins, which eventually led to the altered body design. Now come to the variation and evolution. As you know that any change in the DNA will lead to the variation, and various variation when going to be accumulated in the organism body, that lead to the evolution of a new species altogether. The consistency of the DNA copying during reproduction is important for maintenance of a body design features that allow the organism to use that particular niche, and reproduction is therefore linked to the stability of the population over generation after generation. Exactly copying the DNA information is very important, but however, this is not a foolproof process. Sometimes some changes into the DNA while replication can occur, which led to the variation. And variation when being accumulated over the generation, you can see how human is going to be formed from monkeys. So it covers a series of in between or intermediary species. Not all of a sudden that human being is going to be evolved from the monkeys, but it takes a great time interval for the mutation to occur and variation being accumulated over generation after generation, then the new organism is going to be formed. Why reproduction is important at all? Reproduction is important for each and every species, and it is very important for the continuity of the lineage. Apart from being important for a particular individual, reproduction is also important for whole of the ecosystem to maintain the balance. And sometimes various constituents of the ecosystem are going to be evolved over a generation after generation. Next is types of reproduction. We have basically two types of reproduction, asexual and sexual. Asexual reproduction involves the production of the offspring from a single parent without any fusion of the gamete. Asexual reproduction occurs in unicellular organisms, that is bacteria and protozoan, fungus, some plants like algae, bryophyte, and certain multicellular organisms like sponge and hydra. Now, types of asexual reproduction. We have various types like budding, fragmentation, regeneration, fission, vegetative propagation, and spore formation. Vegetative propagation is very, very important only in the case of plants. It is completely exclusive for the plant, in fact. Now, come to the budding. Budding refers to the outgrowth in terms of buds, especially from that of the yeast, that is Saccharomyces cerevisiae or Hydra. You can see how uh, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, that is yeast, is going to produce a bud, and that bud ultimately going to be separated from the parent body. Now come to the fragmentation. Fragmentation is again asexual mode of reproduction, and the organism is going to be break down into multiple segments. Now, regeneration. Every part of the organism is going to be regenerated to a new organism. That is a special case of planaria. Fusion is of two types, binary fusion and multiple fusion. In binary fusion, we can observe in amoeba and paramecium. Multiple fusion, we are going to observe in plasmodium. Fission is simply the splitting of the organism into two daughter cells. Binary means it is going to be take place from the central point, and two equal sized daughter cells are going to be produced. That occurs into the amoeba and paramecium, and the plane can be different, like simple or irregular in amoeba, longitudinal in Igulina, and oblique in Sirace, or transverse in various other organisms. Come to the multiple fission. Multiple fission, the splitting of the parent body into the numerous daughter cells, that is the case of Plasmodium. Spore formation generally occur into the fungus, especially the Rhizopus. We have the spore formation, and these thick wall protect the organism from that of the outer environment. That's all for today. Thank you, students.